precious seconds are being wasted. I thought this was a speed run. But no, I'm excited. I like this game. This is a good game.
I love this game.
Actually, I didn't. There's like an easy mode in this game as well. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Didn't they? I know they added dread mode in an update, but was the easy mode there by default? Did they add that in an update as well?
That was remember. Yeah, that was the same update where they added dread mode. Welcome everybody. It's Metroid Dread. I think that's pretty apparent.
It's time to get this Metroid bread. Got him.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
That's what the
Sorry.
Gamers say. All the gamers say that. We're gonna go
a
hard.
Mode for expert players. Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, I have speedrun this game. I'm not like a record holder or anything by any means, but I have beaten this game in under 3 hours before on hard difficulty. I don't think I'm gonna do that here because that was before my wrist injury.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
it's an inside job nowadays. It was an inside job by the record holder. It's like, oh shit, this Plasmaster guy. It's gonna beat my record if we're not careful.
Yeah.
You're basically the gosh. you're the what was that Olympic figure skater where like
yeah,
she got her leg broken by somebody and her boyfriend was like it was like the boyfriend of this other figure skater. You know about that?
Yeah, I have
heard
of
a big
that
deal
before. I can't remember her name, but yeah, I know what you're talking.
They made a movie about it, which I thought was pretty interesting. But yeah, the modern day version of that figure skater.
Yeah, the modern day gaming version of that. They couldn't allow Plasmaster to get the world record speed run of hard difficulty in Metroid Dread, where he would become too powerful.
Yeah, oh yeah, speaking of which, last time on Metroid right now. I almost said Metroid Prime. But that doesn't matter in this timeline. Actually, because of this game, I was inspired to play the other Metroid games. Well, the other 2D Metroid games.
I was a big Metroid fan before Dread came out, but once Dread was announced, I was like, okay, I gotta go and play like all the Metroid games that I haven't yet. So I went and I played Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime 3. I still don't have Metroid Prime 2.
I feel that.
And
you're not missing much, in my opinion.
I played Zero Mission
game.
and Super Metroid. And I went and I finally beat Metroid Fusion.
When I say played, I mean I have like at least like started them. I have played every game except for the Metroid 2 remake, which I forget what that's called.
Samus Returns.
Oh yeah, I always mess it up because I forget which 2 is called Return of Samus.
Yeah.
But I always mess that up.
And speaking of beating Metroid games, this is gonna be the first Metroid playthrough that I actually finish on the channel.
Hopefully.
Yeah, if all goes well.
You never know. Yeah, we could speedrun this game too hard and skip past the ending.
I love this voice they gave to Adam. I hope it returns in later Metroid games.
Yeah. I made this comparison. Every time I hear the robot voices in this game, I think of the Mii voices from the Miitopia games, or the Miitomo. It's Tomodachi Life. That's the game I was thinking of. But you know what I'm referring to. Those Mii voices, they sound eerily similar.
Oh man, what happened last night?
A little
Adam
too
and I
Metroid.
got a little too crazy.
Whoa. I've beaten Metroid Fusion, beaten Metroid Prime 1, beaten Metroid Prime 3, got very close to beating Metroid Prime 2. Played most of Zero Mission. I've played a little bit of Super, a little bit of Other M, a little bit of the first and second game, and that's my Metroid experience.
Oh man.
And I've played the like the soccer mode in Federation Force.
Oh
but that's
yeah, I played that too. Blast Ball.
Yeah, that was
fun.
badass. Yeah,
that was a fun game. Like, say what you will about Federation Force, but Blast Ball kind of went hard.
Yeah. You know. Yeah, cue all the YouTube
that he uses in this cutscene are attacks that he later uses in his boss fight.
I was about to joke about that. All the Metroid YouTubers being like, this cutscene is actually genius because it shows you the actual boss from earlier in the game, and you're going to be able to apply that to the actual boss fight. And it's super awesome. And that's why this game's a 10 out of 10. you don't get it. You wouldn't get it.
All right, time to get rocking and rolling.
You're going too fast, Plaz. Okay, guys. Sorry, we got to reset. We got hit.
Yeah.
This is actually a hitless run. Sorry, we failed. Oh well, thanks for watching, guys.
See you next time.
Yeah. I forget you have missiles at the beginning. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not too many Metroid games give you missiles right off the bat.
Yeah, from the get-go, yeah.
By the way, we will be assuming... Well, I will be assuming people watching this have played this game before. This is not Adam. This is all I will say for now.
Yeah, this is Eve.
Yeah. Yeah. This is female. It's a new character for the set of Metroid series. Very cool. Yeah, as much as I like Fusion, I honestly am not the biggest fan mechanically of this game being a sequel to it, just because of the fact that, like, you know, Samus being part Metroid now is annoying in certain aspects because of certain weapons she can and cannot use.
Right.
Also, take a shot every time we parry in this game. You'll be dead in like 5 minutes. That's not a knock on the parry, it's really good, but
yeah.
Also, my least favorite part of the game, the Emmys. God bless.
What do you mean? This guy's great.
I mean, this guy is fine.
Yeah, he's a chump. Ravenbeak did a real number on him, so he's not an issue.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, there's
you
like
know,
a thing in like the art, like the art gallery later that shows that the reason this guy is all fucked up is because Ravenbeak actually attacked him and extracted his data and used it to hack the other Emmys.
So, do they ever explain why, like, the brains are there?
I don't think.
Like,
so.
how are they related to the Emmy? Okay.
Yeah, I think they're just. Oh, wait, what? Oh, right.
Yeah, because I always thought it was interesting because it's like, you know, they're the only thing they can use to destroy the Emmys, but. Rest in peace, Emmy. Favorite character.
I will say that one thing that, and there are a lot of people that agree with me on this, one weakness of this game is that the soundtrack is not terribly memorable.
I can see that. I don't know. I understand that. I don't know. I've heard people say it's bad, and I don't think it's bad. But I can agree with it not being particularly... Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, it's not like other Metroid soundtracks where it's like, oh yeah, like this song, I remember this song. Like, this game, like... I don't know. This game has a couple of songs in my playlist. But...
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, I love the Kraid theme. Kraid theme slaps. Yeah, Kraid theme I love the aquatic area theme is really nice.
Berenia. I like that too.
Yeah. But yeah, this game, I can't talk. This game doesn't have as many memorable tracks compared to the other games, definitely. I think I'm not sure if they were trying to go for a more just atmospheric vibes with the soundtrack in this game, but it's interesting. Oh wow, guys! See in the background, you can see the guy.
See the boss.
We're gonna fight later. Whoa, it's
Yeah.
crazy, man!
Love that.
Interconnected world! Holy crap! And I take it all back. This is a good game, guys. Never said this game was bad, but yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah, we are moving and grooving
Are
right
you
along.
David Jaffe? Is gonna say this game is bad?
Nah, listen. You
Pretty
can say
cringe.
whatever you want about God of War. I heard that in God of War Ragnarok, there's a thing where there are puzzles in the game. Apparently, if you don't solve them within a certain amount of time, the characters will just tell you how to solve it. And I'm like, what? Why? What? Like, why even bother at that point? Like, why even have puzzles if you're just gonna do that?
Yeah, give us the answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like hints are
maybe
fine,
that's
but
why David Jaffe couldn't fucking like figure out the one room in this game.
Yeah, that's why he made his own game to make himself feel better.
I'm gonna make my own game where all the puzzles, the characters just tell you how to solve them. That's game design.
Games are supposed to make you feel good. They're not supposed to make you think. I hate the later game enemies. Enemies, excuse me. They're so obnoxious. I've always thought the idea of a, you know, like ethereal enemy that like chases you around the game or like certain stages is a neat idea. Like an unkillable enemy, but it's like it just seems like a lot more times there's just more annoying than difficult. I feel like I think I can understand if some people would like it compared to others, but I don't.
Yeah, the Emmys are a part of this game that I've heard kind of criticized because like they're more a nuisance to deal with than they are like actually threatening.
I've played quite a few games, like in like several horror games. There are elements. There are like a lot of games that have certain enemies like that. Like the Resident Evil games have a couple games where they have enemies like that. Dead Space has certain enemies like that. And I think in those games it makes a lot more sense just because you already have like enemies most of the time, especially in the early game, are definitely a lot more of a threat to the player. So just having an enemy that is kind of, I guess, more of a threat. Oh gosh.
Well, there's your first death.
Actually, guys, that wasn't. This is a zero death run. It was actually fake. Yeah, it was a speedrunning tactic. Just saving time.
Yeah,
actually.
I intended to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was intentional. Yeah. But nah.
Sounded
I guess
like Wendigo in there, like, you know, this is a joke. I'm a joke. All this is a joke. None of this is real.
Yeah. This is actually, they were fraudulent. Yeah. So, you know, Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3, they have the Nemesis in Resident Evil 3 and then Mr. X in Resident Evil 2. Those are like, you know, example of those types of enemies. And they're actually pretty alright. I like Nemesis more than Mr. X because, you know, Nemesis is related to what's going on in the game. Like, he's an essential, like, you know, it's like this big guy that's chasing you around and stuff. It's related to the plot. Yeah, Mr. X is fine enough as well, although to a lesser degree, because he's like, depending on which campaign you're playing, he's not as prominent, I think. Although, the thing is, I'm more familiar with the remakes, 2 and 3, so I don't know necessarily how they are in the original. But I know people don't like them as much in the remakes compared to the originals, but, so I don't really have that good of a read on it.
Have you seen the Snapcube real-time fandub of I can't remember which Resident Evil.
I
It's one
have
of the
not. I've
really
seen
funny.
bits.
There's a part.
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces.
There's a part where like they keep going in and out of like this one room that like Nemesis can't enter into, and so he keeps like going back and forth like, oh, where did she go? Oh, hey, I see you. Get back here. And where'd she go? It's really funny.
Yeah, I like that. That is funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Game journalist Rand here on the case, telling you about good things and bad things in video games.
The stuff you were saying about like, oops, about Resident Evil, reminded me that like I do not much care for horror. Think I've made that pretty clear.
Yeah.
But something that I have found is that while I don't like horror, I enjoy listening to other people analyze horror.
I feel that.
I enjoy like watching, Wendigoon, and he has like a podcast with Moist Critical and
Oh yeah.
a guy named Jackson. I've never watched his stuff before, but
Yeah, the
like,
official. Yeah, it's on their official podcast channel.
yeah,
I believe.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's pretty cool.
I've enjoyed watching and listening to that. They had an episode recently. It was about Slender Man, and I I watched it, and like I'll be honest, I saw like the I mean, first of all, they said like, oh, by the way, this is the David Jaffe room.
Hell yeah. We're just calling it that now. I approve.
Yeah.
I hope they have that on the wiki. Somebody should update like the David Jaffe room.
Yeah. So they said that like, oh, the Slender Man images, the originals, were made as part of a Photoshop contest. Which
Ooh.
to me is like it's interesting, but it's also like kind of funny and kind of like removes like some of the scariness of it.
Yeah, I feel that. Well, that's just, this is how a lot of internet stuff got started back in the day. Somebody just found like some weird image and attached a story to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like obviously they had to be created at some point.
Yeah, one of my favorite examples is Jeff the Killer. And you may or may not have seen this video because YouTuber Blame It on Jorge and George made a video about it, kind of talking about how people don't actually know the origin for the Jeff the Killer picture. It's like a theory that it came from like a Japanese website or like kind of threads, because apparently it's like a popular thing back in the day where like they would just like take pictures of people and like really highly edit them to like make them like indistinguishable, and like it's theorized somebody took that image and like either added it to it or like took that image and made a story out of it, which I think is really interesting. And growing up, I knew about a lot of those stories, like Slender Man and Jeff the Killer, and a lot of that stuff really creeped me out.
Oh yeah, Jeff the Killer terrified me. When I was in 9th grade and I first learned about Jeff the Killer, I learned about it in gym class because one of my friends told me about it, and I remember I went home and I told my mom about it, and then I had trouble sleeping for the next several days.
I'm not scared of the Jeff the Killer or any of those pictures really anymore. There is definitely something very uncanny about them now, because it's like you just look at them, it's like it's a very unsettling thing. Like, yeah, they look kind of ridiculous, but also I feel like the ridiculousness kind of adds to it, because it's like, there's just something about it that really, I don't know, just makes it disturbing. Oh, you should have tried to parry it. That would have been epic. I've.
He is really.
I don't know if I have it, but I'm fairly certain. I don't remember if it was my last playthrough or the playthrough before I started. But I had like an instance where I parried an enemy like 2 to 3 times in a row. I'm pretty certain.
Oh,
which was pretty cool. That's cool. I was pretty proud of myself because it's intentionally hard, which I think is stupid, honestly. And I know why they made it that way.
No, come over this way. Over this way. Okay, fuck.
I don't follow. I do not comprehend.
Yeah, because the Emmys are their AI is to like mix up the timing for their attack like every time, so it's actually pretty difficult to parry them more than once.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yo, gaming. Dude, when you get the triple blaster, these guys are going nowhere. They melt like butter. Holy crap. Yeah, dude. If there's one thing this game gets right, and I've only oh. Real shit. Brain down.
We got a brain down!
I'm just gonna assume the brain is like, it's like in Portal, GLaDOS, like, GLaDOS has the, like the emotion core or whatever, the thing that keeps her from going, like, berserk. That's the thing for the Emmy. That's just my headcanon, though. Oh. Oh, man. He messed it up. Oh. Oh.
Get fucked.
Dang. Too easy.
3 easy, 5 me. Give me a real challenge.
These guys don't even stand a chance. Epic.
Earlier today, at my my therapy appointment, I was talking about how like there are times where I wish that I could like just take my like consciousness and like jump into a new body, like one that isn't like that doesn't have Crohn's disease. I
feel that.
Because like even though Crohn's is not something that I like have to deal with the symptoms of anymore, I do still have to deal with like, you know, issues surrounding it. You know, I have to get colonoscopies and I have to take like injections in my legs every couple weeks, which is, you know, not fun. I like jokingly said like, and maybe you know, as long as I'm like jumping into a new body, like maybe make it like one that's sexier too. That'd be nice. And she said like, what celebrity would you like jump into the body of? And I was like, I honestly don't know. Like I do not have an answer for you.
Oh. Okay.
But then earlier tonight I was in the kitchen and my mom was in the next room over watching a documentary about octopuses.
That guy kind of looks like he's dabbing. God.
This monster guy shows up. Don't you think that statue looks like he's dabbing?
Heck yeah. Dude, this boss is so easy. We're not even gonna die to it, I think. I hope.
Yeah, I probably won't die to one. Yeah, so my mom was watching this octopus documentary, and She was like, it's narrated by Paul Rudd, and I was like, that's my answer. That's my answer, Paul Rudd. That man does not age.
Yeah, the ageless wonder. I didn't even think about it until I watched a YouTube video. Someone brought it up. It's like, dang. Yeah, just some people, they look the exact same depending on like how old they are.
He was in like a Super Nintendo commercial in the 90s, and he looks like the exact same as he does now. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, I never even thought about that.
Oh my gosh, I love these like cinematics. They're so cool.
Yeah, I thought you missed it for a second.
They kind of started doing this in Samus Returns, and it is one of the best additions that Samus Returns made to the series. It's really cool. Oh, okay, we're doing this again. Whoops.
Oh my gosh.
Push the wrong button.
It's alright.
Alright, this should kill him.
Hopefully. Oh yeah, isn't it like...
Yeah!
Well, like, isn't it... I could have swore there were like different kill animations depending on if you kill a monster in like the cinematic mode. But I guess I'm just making that up.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case, but...
That'd be cool though.
Yeah.
I would like
There are instant kill methods for some of the bosses in this game, though.
Oh, nice.
Kraid has one that requires you to do some sequence breaking to get bombs early.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, I have never gotten... Well, that's not true. I got bombs early once, but I've never done it, like, enough times where I can consistently do the sequence break. So I don't think I'm gonna go for that this time. But there is an instant kill method on a later boss that I do want to go for because it's really cool.
Okay. Are there instant kill methods for all the bosses, or just for the ones after this?
All about